I recently saw a post of a picture on social media that was an Adidas jacket, and it was asking what color it was. What color did you see? Did you see like camo colors, or was it blue or something like that? I forgot what colors it was. What people were seeing, but I just thought it was really interesting, the way that our mind works and our brain works, and how it perceives color. And so I thought, since we just discussed neuro, that we would have a quick discussion about maybe optical illusions and how they work, and this specific type of illusion. So when we see optical illusions, our brain tries to make sense of it, tries to interpret things differently than what reality is, to make it make sense. And so there's lots of optical illusion type things online you can look at and see, boxes that you see dots between them and you don't always see all the dots and everything else like that. But the one that caught my eye that really stands out to me is the dress that came out about a year ago. Somebody posted a picture of a dress, and people were seeing, there was huge debates. Families were getting into huge arguments about this, whether they saw black and blue versus seeing white and gold. I did see white and gold. My daughter saw blue and black. So everybody sees it differently. And why is that? Why do we see it differently? What is it different about my mind that's different than my daughter's mind? And so one of the things that I thought was interesting was that when we don't have enough information from a picture, our brain will try to make the most sense of it. And so in that example, and then with the newest one with the Adidas jacket, it's just a picture that's taken way too close, and so we don't get to have, our brain doesn't get all the information it needs to be able to kind of process what's going on. So if we see it in reality, we can take into consideration natural light versus store light in the store that might be like fluorescent light, and our minds can kind of interpret and I guess account for the differences in lighting and be able to see true color the way that it's intended to be seen. But if you don't have enough information based on your history, based on your past, your mind will try to make sense of it. That's why some of us see it being white and gold, because we assume that there's more lighting in the picture than there is, or that there truly is. And some people don't see that. Their mind doesn't take into account the fact that there's not artificial light on the picture, and so they interpret it being black and blue. Black and blue. So I just thought that was kind of interesting how our senses work in terms of trying to make sense of reality. Another interesting thing that I thought that maybe ties in with senses is our sense of smell and sense of taste. Our sense of smell and our sense of taste are so intertwined that candy manufacturers actually take advantage of this. It is cheaper to scent candy with a scent of orange, with a scent of lemon, with a scent of strawberry, than it is to actually flavor it with it. Think about it. So if it's cheaper to scent candy than it is to actually flavor the candy, candy manufacturers actually don't flavor their candies. Some of them don't anyway. So if you want to try this out, say you've got a long shift and you're bored and you want to impress your friends, I don't know, show off what you learned in anatomy physiology, grab a bag of Skittles. Skittles is a prime example of how candies are scented and not flavored. So Skittles are all the same flavor. Every single color is the same flavor. And you want to test this out, plug your nose and taste one, and then have another one without looking at the color. You're not going to be able to tell the flavor of it at all, because it all tastes the same. But as soon as you unplug your nose, you will be able to discern what flavor it is based on the scent that you are blocking. So if you plug your nose and you try to eat your Skittles, you don't taste any difference in the flavor. But once you unblock your nasal passage, the olfactory senses will then stimulate will send the signal to your brain as to what flavor you're tasting. So we have a lot of receptors in the roof of our mouth that has olfactory tied to it. So I think it's very interesting. We did this experiment when we were bored in the nurse's station one day. I got a bag of Skittles. We did a blind taste test. Everybody closed their eyes. I fed them Skittles, and majority of people got them wrong. And as soon as they put their their answer down on paper, and they unplug their nose. They're like, oh, it's orange, and they had guessed purple. So, or I guess it's not flavored purple, it's flavored grape. So if you want to impress your friends, anyway, maybe not.